Thank you all.
Good
My
afternoon.
name is Gerald Martin, and I had something prepared here, but as I sat here and I was just listening and watching the whole optics, everything started out with the Pledge of Allegiance. One nation, under God, indivisible. Then we divided. It's said that there's two sides to everything. We saw one side. We saw doctors that had one position, but we didn't give anybody else an opportunity to even back in the old days, it was like 4 out of 5 doctors agree. But we have 5 out of 5 doctors. And all I can say is welcome to racism. You know, when I was a kid, back in the 60s, hey, it was a racist country, right? My mom and dad, we drive to Tennessee from Texas, and my mom could not use the restroom. She had to go around the building and use the bathroom outside. Now, I'm sure that many of those business owners didn't have hatred in their heart. They weren't racist, but the mob was all about racism. So they would get canceled if they let a black person eat in their restaurant. So if you're black, you go to the back of the bus. You can't eat in the restaurant. You go around the back and we'll serve you on the back. Well, I didn't comply with that. I grew up believing that people are good. And so many white people, Hispanic people helped me get to success in my life. Because in their heart, they weren't racist just because they're white. And so I learned that racism is discrimination. Whenever we discriminate, that's racism. Telling my child to put a mask on, mandating that my child wear a mask, where's my check? Pay me, because if you're not going to provide for my children, don't tell my children what to do. You're not welcome in my home. You don't get to come in my house and tell and dictate what our children can and cannot do. Now listen, I'm not against the mask. If a person says, take my freedoms, God bless America. They got the right to give up their freedoms. So if you want to give it up, but don't touch me and mine. You know, we hate racism so much that you all even went against your own guidelines. And for equality, you know where it is, right? You chose a superintendent over equality because in your heart, you know racism is wrong. So you guys want to get your own standards and decided to put a plan together over equality. Well, you know what? I say the equality is let people make their own decisions. I'm not even asking. Matter of fact, opt out. We can just choose not to comply altogether.
Your time is up. Please wrap it up.
Not to comply to the mask, just like I chose not to comply with racism.